Hello, and welcome to the Cup TV, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. And you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I am your girl, Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to get the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. And I do love me some Wicked, which I'm very excited that we get to talk about today on this here podcast. I'm excited to talk about it. And I do love my cup mug. Yeah. And you can get your cup mug. Ooh, we have a whole panel full of cup mugs. Yeah. And you can get your cup mug at lanagcreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses. And if you look right above KaMorian's head, there's a QR code, and you can scan that QR code to get, and it'll take you right to the link of the cup mug. So get your cup mug, period. And thank you.
Right. Well, hello, guys. It's your favorite Black queer content creator, KaMorian, aka Sparkling Alien, and tonight I am feeling very wicked. Okay, as you can see right here,
Ooh.
and I'm so excited. Actually, the theme night I have been most anticipated for this entire season because I am a Wicked stan. Wicked was like the first ever Broadway show I actually watched in New York City, like ever. So ever since then, I've been obsessed with the show and the movies, and to have it as a theme night, I just been excited for it. Amazing. You want to talk
Absolutely
about it?
amazing. I mean, it's going to be so great. It was a good night. Gotta
It
say, it
was.
was a
It
good night. It
was.
started from beginning to end. It was a good night. So I'm excited to talk about it. But before we do, got to take care of a few little ground rules here, you know, little hospitality things, some things that we need to do from you. If this is your first time watching, or if you watched before and you're just been a casual viewer and hadn't hit that subscribe button, I think it's time, right? Don't you think you've watched enough? You should just hit the subscribe button. Hit it right now so you can subscribe to this channel because we are pumping out content on Dancing with the Stars, on Survivor, on The Amazing Race, on Guts and Glory, and lots more to come. We're getting ready to start Traders Canada. We're getting ready to, we got a lot going on here on this channel. So you really should subscribe to this channel if you haven't already because we are also on a mission to get 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year. And we are already almost in October, in November. We're at the end of October almost. So we really need you to help us out. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Or I'll just come back in January and continue to start this thing all over again for next year. So it's either or. But you can subscribe to this channel and all of our other channels in our Cup network. We have our drag or drag race channel. If you're interested in that, go to at the Cup Pod on YouTube. And if you are a fan of Eurovision Song Contest, you can go to at the Cup ESC here on YouTube as well. And you can follow us and subscribe to all of those channels as well because they are too trying to get 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year. So help us out on all of our channels. Follow us over on all of them. And also, our audio podcast links are down in the description below with our links to all of our other podcasts. So click on that audio podcast because we want to be wherever you are. So take us with you. Let us go and entertain you as you go throughout your day. So take us with you. Click on our audio podcast links. Follow us over there so you can hear all the things when we post them over there, as well as our Patreon, which is heating up. By the way, we got a lot of fun things going on in our Patreon coming up. So you definitely want to be a part of that. And all of our socials are down in the description as well. So follow us on all of our socials at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. And if you've ever thought about wanting to talk about shows like Dance with the Stars or Amazing Race or Big Brother or Drag Race or any other things that we cover across our network, hit us up in our Instagram DMs. That's where you can get in touch with us the quickest. And we are looking for new voices to join this podcast. So if you're interested in joining the podcast, if you ever said, I want to talk about some stuff that I don't get to talk about in my regular daily life, we're here for you. Let us help you do that talking and get your thoughts out. So let us know. Hit us up in our Instagram DMs, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Now that all of that is out of the way, Kamorian,
Yes.
This was such a good episode. I think this was my favorite episode thus far this season. Um,
My
from
by
the
far.
from the opening number. We don't usually talk about the opening numbers here. Like we haven't talked about the opening numbers a lot, but this opening number was worth talking about. This was such a good opening. It felt very Broadway. It felt very Wicked. It felt like this was what it was supposed to be. It felt like it was the right opening number for this theme, for this night, and it felt as big as this night felt. It made the night feel like it's a big night, like this is a big night, and it was.
Yes, I definitely agree, and I gotta shout out to the Wicked production. That's for I keep thinking about it. Just for me, as far as like reality TV shows, I gotta say Wicked for Good has been doing good promo. As far as like just doing like for me, Wicked for Good with Drag Race, Project One Ray,
Mhm,
and now this with the stars. They're really doing a very good job promoting this upcoming movie. So go check it out. But this open up was just amazing. And shout out to I think the choreographer is actually the one who actually did the movie for his choreographer as well.
mhm,
So props to that for bringing it to life on the production side. And it was just so amazing between beginning to end. The melodies, the dancing was this.
mhm.
My favorite, I think, when Bread with that ballet number, that ballet thing she did, the ballet technique was so gorgeous. And then Derek coming in with,
Yeah,
but it was such like a really good way to really start this amazing theme. I think by far one of my favorite openings ever on the show.
yeah.
This
It was.
it felt magical
Yeah,
to me.
it was such a good opening number. It just did it for me. It was so good and I loved it. So, and it set the bar for just a great like night. So, we're going to start talking about it and I'm going to put up the next screen. KaMorian's going to disappear for a second, only a second, but they'll be right back. Don't you worry. They'll be right back. See, just right there. Um, Wicked Night. Dancing with the Stars, y'all. Ugh, when I tell y'all how excited, I don't even think excited is the right word for how I felt watching this whole thing. But it
Mm.
was so good. It was so fun. And let's just get into it. Let's start off with
Yeah.
our first person. And it was Scott and Rylee, and they danced a contemporary number. Come on, what did you think about this number?
As I'm very excited. So, they did this contemporary to the Wizard Eye, and think about it actually for those who actually are part one. That was, Apple Buzz. She's new to this university. She's supposed to be but she realized, that I think Madame Morrible, who's like, oh, the wizard will love this to see, will love this your amazing talent. Should very rough. It just unfortunately for me, I think Scott, there was some really good moments in there, but also you can tell like there was some slip ups. You can tell like he kind of messed up a move or like actually kind of explained it more in the podcast. Like he actually when he started like he went blank. So you kind of just tell like with the parts like he kind of like messed up that it was kind of like oh I see it, but it was still a great solid dance. It just unfortunately had like those missteps and stuff, but I would say it was still like a powerful number of a storytelling. It's just a shame that he blanked up, and I think it is simple. And then normally you go first, it's all that pressure. Like I'm starting off the night, so it's what it is. But I think it was still a nice solid dance. It just he just had those mistakes, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah. So I'm trying to think. I'm looking at it like I was literally looking at it while you were talking because I was trying to see because I didn't remember the mess ups, but I guess I see it a little bit. Is I don't know. I like Scott and Riley in this, and I think it was a solid performance. Um, I didn't hate it. And you know how y'all know how I judge
Yeah,
my
yeah.
thing on here is based on how I feel. I thought this was okay. It wasn't the best. I will give it that. It wasn't like, oh, I'm so in love with this performance. But I didn't think it was so bad. I thought it was just good. I thought it was solid. I thought it was interesting. And yeah, I didn't hate it. But
Hmm.
I wasn't in love with it. I'll say that. I wasn't like jumping up out of my seat just like this is the best, but it was okay. It was okay.
Yes.
So scores for Scott and Riley.
I would have given it a 7. It was still a 7.
Yeah, solid 7 for sure. I think it was decent. It was good. Yeah, nothing to complain about really. It could be it wasn't as entertaining, I will say.
Hmm.
But let's move on to Alex and Val. What do we think about that performance?
I think it really was a really good number. I really love the way she was really channeling Glinda. She really channeled her very well. I think it was a really clean number. I really enjoyed it. I think for me, it was kind of like, we think about what is this feeling, the song, and, we watched the movie, especially how they did the whole thing, the whole, like that ending, like the iconic choreography that everyone was doing last year was trending. I think like that's like in the part it was like it became bigger and bigger like as they kept on dancing, and I think it was just kind of crazy. I don't know. I felt like I wish they used the more of the space of the whole ballroom floor because it felt so minimal within the stage. Because I think I for me it really would like this is like they end that iconic part, but like just making their way down the stage and then like all like the troop members, following them into the front. It would have been like a bigger ending, but it was still a cute, solid dance. You know what I mean? But I think I was it was a good solid dance. You know what I mean? But I think it was fine. It was pretty good. I didn't hate it. I loved it.
I think I agree with you about the staging of it. That kind of threw me off. I wanted to see them use the stage a lot more. And honestly, I wish they wouldn't have did that choreography of because they already did it once in the episode. Like we saw it at the beginning in the opening number. And I know they probably didn't realize or they really didn't care, but like I'm so tired of seeing that same choreography with that song. And I wanted to see something different. And this gave me like more of the same. But I don't think this was Val's best choreography that he could have done with this song, but I think it was okay. I think it was okay. I do think she performed it well. I think technically it was sound. Was I moved by it? Was I like, what? Eh. I was like, oh, good moments, like that leap off the table into Val, or when they threw her into Val. I thought that was the moment. I was like, oh, that was good. But it wasn't anything that made me go be like, oh, this was so great. Was it technically good? Absolutely. But entertainment wise, I wasn't that entertained. I was like, okay, more of the same. But scores.
9.
I gave it an 8.
Okay. All right.
I gave it an 8. Robert and Whitney. What did we think?
I mean, maybe if Jonathan Bailey was giving you flowers for that performance, I would have been giving the same thing. Wow, he really captured Piero in the best way. And what I love about Whitney, she always pushes her partners to dance. And I think for me, ever since last week, Contemporary, I feel like to me, after this dance, I really feel like, you know what? Robert is really back on track to what we saw in week one. I think that week one, Robert is back. He's like focused. And to me, this felt like a jazz routine. And like I said with I think Alex and Val, they use actually more of the space to use the whole ballroom floor. It started from the stage or right to the floor perfectly. Everything about it, like it felt like an actual like theater production. Like I really felt like he was showing me, Fiera, the new guy that coming in, the kind of like, I'm gonna show you guys how it's done. It's like he really, to me, like I loved it. You know what I mean? No, it wasn't just like perfection to me, but it was still like very good for sure. And I think to me, it's like, you know what, Robert, this is what we want you to do going forward. If you just continue to deliver this, you know what I mean? Like I feel like, you know what, week one Robert is back. Like after last I feel like he's back on track where he's supposed to be. So Whitney, amazing choreography, Robert, good job. Good job, man. Good job.
I agree. I think he did a good job. He did a really good job. I think this felt more like it should have been in the movie or on a Broadway stage. I do like how Whitney choreographs things. I think this was a good performance. Is it still Robert's best performance? Not for me. I still think it was he had a better performance, but this was good. I think that Robert is on track to making it to the finale. Let's just say that he is definitely on track to make it to the finale. I think this was a good jazz number. I think it could have been stronger, but it was good. Uh, but you're right about him encapsulating for the character. Like it was like, hey, I'm this new kid. I'm this good looking guy coming in here and look at everybody fawning over me, and I'm gonna eat it up. I'm gonna eat it up, and I'm gonna make y'all want to eat me up while I'm doing it. And he did that. It was definitely on brand, on theme. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good, solid performance for sure for Robert. Not his best, but still good. Scores.
I gave it a 9.
I gave it an 8.
Mhm.
I want more, Robert. I know you got it. I just want a little bit more. Whitney and Mark doing the quick step. What did we think?
I mean, I think after last week's hiccup last week, let me tell you, they really came back for that and really gave us a really jam packed, fun, vibrant quick stuff. I feel like she really captured the essence of Glinda and well, not only just capture that like performance wise, but also give us a technical quick stuff. Shout out to Mark. Mark knows how to give a really entertaining performance, but still be able to highlight what you need for a dance. Like it doesn't matter what he does. You can tell, oh, that's a foul shot, that's a quick step. He does that very perfectly, and I love the cute pink flower in his hair. It was so fun. It was perfection to me. And I understand about first she's like, I can say, oh, she doesn't deserve this score on the end of the day. Okay, I'm sorry. Like you hate it, like stop hating. I'm sorry that she's good. She's a good dancer. She's great. Like it is what it is. You can't just like, oh, it's like, oh, but why Robert didn't get this? Da, 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 da. It's look. I'm tired of like just the whiny, just the over. It's every week. It's kind of like, do you not get tired of complaining about the same thing every time? Just enjoy the show. If they're not your cup of tea, just keep it to yourself. Vote and if I like her or not. What I'm seeing is a show, and I loved it. Perfection to me. Deserve.
I thought this was so good. I thought this was technically on point. Like this was one of the most best, and I love what he did to the music. How he took it and changed that song into a song for a quick step, and it was the Charleston kind of kind of vibe. I like how he did that. Look, you might not like her, you might not like him, you might not whatever. They are good. They are good. They are good. And this was a this deserved the scores that it got. I'm gonna be honest. This deserved the scores that it got because they kind of chewed with this one. They kind of ate this up. It was fun. It was entertaining. It was sticking to the theme. It was technically sound. She didn't miss a step. It was quick, like a quick step should be. Everything about this performance was so good, and it deserved the score that it got. Hands down. Scores.
And I already said it's not, had she not did that slip up last week, I'll be saying she would have got some tens. But you know what? This week you definitely deserve my first 10 of the season.
She definitely gets my first
Well
10 of the
deserved. My
season
first
as
10.
well.
Well deserved.
She ate it up. They chewed. Like she didn't miss a step. And it was entertaining on top of that. Like It was it was good. It was so good.
Like
Let's
amazing.
keep yeah, let's keep it moving to Dylan and Daniela.
First off, I want to say, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not that girl. For Dylan, it's kind of crazy. But I would say maybe Miss Daniella might not be that girl, but she is that woman. And this Roma was very beautiful. The way she, well, I love about Daniella. She's kind of like me. She knows how to make her dances look good and her person that she's teaching look good. I feel like Dylan was a very good leader, leading her around, flying around. Like it was a really good, beautiful run. But I would say there is some more. I think I wish more. I think I agree with what we were saying. Like the hip action was beautiful, but I think sometimes he kind of overdid it, and I think a little more grounding in the feet more. I can kind of drive the whole thing better, but it was still a beautiful, solid rumba, and I loved it.
I loved it. I thought it was I love a rumba. I love a good rumba. And I thought this had all the elements of a rumba. It was sensual, it was sexy, it was, very slow and quick, quick and slow and move. It was. But I do agree about the hips. I think Dylan and I think that's been his issue the entire time. He definitely over exaggerates the hip movement when it's not necessary to do that. It needs to be a little bit more smooth, more just like, yeah, like this is natural to move. He moves his hips like it's very unnatural for him to move his hips like that. And so, but I Daniela just knows how to make her partner look good. And she did that in this dance. She did that with Dylan. It just worked. It just worked. It was such a good, beautiful rumba. It was good. It was good for them, and I appreciated them. Scores.
I'm gonna give it a nice 8.
I am also going to give it a nice 8. I do like. Let's move to Andy and Emma.
I was at this is I think his best dance. I think he actually, it was a solid sweet dance. I mean, yes, he didn't. I mean, he got like the easier stuff to do, but I think we're still with that. Even though like he was getting the easy stuff all the time, but he still wasn't able to really do it properly. I think this is actually the first time like he actually was on time. He did everything clean, nice. What he practiced with, and it was a fun, sweet number. And I would say the pros in the back really made it more fun. Like that Brandon, that part was hilarious. Like I really, it was like a fun, sweet number. But it's kind of like, I think he did good. But at this point, it's like it's kind of hard to really kind of like I want to like he's doing good, but so like it's like it's very kind of like it's very like it's I don't know. It's like I adore Andy, but it's like wool like and then we got like still good dancers and I feel like I don't want to rob it like I feel like his time has kind of been overdue but I don't know but it's still a sweet solid dance this number so I would say it was his best is all I'm saying.
I think that this number was fine. It was good. It reminded it. I think having the pros there helped Andy in this number so much because it was like he uh it was like a real Broadway play with the older character having their musical montage and their time to their choreography in that time, and it was like you don't expect them to be so but it was fine for what it was. I think that uh, I think it was fine. I think it was okay. I don't I don't know. I kinda thought it was just perfectly fine. Okay, so scores?
I was it was my first time but I get actually ended a 7. It was fine for me. I'll get a 7.
I do too. It
Yeah.
was fun. It was a fun number. I wasn't mad at, them having fun. And like I
Yeah.
said, I think the pros help make the number feel bigger and grander and better than maybe it was. But let's to be real. Andy, it's time for Andy to go. It's been time for Andy to go. I'm gonna be honest. So love Andy. Love, 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 love Andy down. But you gotta be real about this. We gotta be real. But let's move on to Elaine and Alan.
So when it came to this song first, I think Defying Gravity. When it came to the song, just like I was like, I really want Jordan to get this song. So, but that Jordan didn't get, I was like, dang. But it's like anybody else that I would have wanted to get this song, I wanted it to be Elaine, and I'm so happy that it was given to Elaine. That was by far the best dance of the night so far. That and think about it, this Defying Gravity. I think if everybody knows this one, like think one of the most like top notch songs of the show in the movies. It's like one of those big moments and stuff. And I felt like they really captured it amazingly. Oh, the way she flowed, the way she was in sync. That trust fall when she fell back and he hold her. That was a moment. Everything about it. It felt like she was even injured through the rehearsal, the process, and she's 54, y'all, and she's doing that. And then just to end it up with that iconic ending part like that, and was rising up with the broom and the witch hat. That when I say I was shook, I was in awe, I was crying tears. Like I was moved. That was probably one of the best performances that I will remember for a lifetime. And she did the song justice. I'm so proud. That was a moment to actually be in that ballroom and to witness that. That would be so cool. Like Elaine, you are showing that it doesn't matter what your age is. You don't let your age define you every time. Every time you come out on that floor, you are present every week. And I'm just so proud of her. She's really doing amazing. Like my
So I was watching it again because I was trying to because I like this. The song is the pinnacle of all songs. Like you're not going to get a bigger song than Defying Gravity. And yes, I wanted Jordan to get this too. I was like, I would have really loved Jordan to get this. But seeing Elaine do this was beautiful. It was beautiful. Um, that trust fall, please, please. I love I just really loved this. I loved how it made me feel watching her do this. I loved how and at first I was like, is it the song that's getting me into this or is it the performance? So I literally made myself watch it without listening to the song because I want to know if this performance, the dance itself was getting me into it. Was I loving it because of seeing it or was I loving it because of the song? Because I really love this song. But when I watched it without the music, it still hit. It still did its job. And that ending when he went and let her go get ready and she was up and it gave the cinema. It was pure cinema watching that. They incorporated Broadway, they incorporated cinema, they incorporated everything. The moment of defying gravity in this, like from the very beginning when he carried her out there, and then the other one when he spun her around and defied all of that. This was such a good dance. I think Alan needs to be so proud of this dance. It was such good choreography. She performed it so well. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Scores.
my second well deserved 10 of the night for me.
Mhm. Absolutely a 10. This was so good. It was so good. So good. Jin and Yan doing a foxtrot. What did we think?
I'm gonna say this is actually I think her best dance so far. I think her best ballroom dance. I don't know. It felt I don't know. It's something about it. I think it was clean. I think it was clean. It was smooth. It smooth well. This my only issue is it's very difficult because I feel like I love Yon. Like this scene, like I love Yon as a person. Like, he's very fun. Like y'all, just seeing him on lives, like he is so unintentional and funny. Like when you tell him stuff, he don't know what you're talking about. But like the way he just reacts, like he just like you cannot like I cannot mow yarn, but when it comes to like just like the teaching, just being a pro teacher, I don't know. I don't feel like yarn is really kind of like helping Jen really kind of like think is because think is I don't really think he has like the ballroom training that a lot of us kind of were expecting him to be. But anyway, it's your first season as a pro, so I'm kind of give the grace, but at the same time, it's kind of like you're not really helping her really like get like the aspects of the ballroom dance. I think just teaching a ballroom in period. So it's kind of been hurting her a bit, which is why I feel like she's kind of like in the back of the pack now. So kind of like the numbers are dwindling down. I think she's kind of like the weaker ones of the pack behind. Because like she's actually really good. Like what she has been doing, considering she had a baby months ago, like she's been doing very fine, very well. But I think just scores wise going forward, we see like pretty much a lot of people stepped up tonight. So she I think she did step up, but I think it just wasn't so enough to kind of like put her at least like with the pack at least. So I'm very kind of worrying for her for like I think next week or like the next couple weeks. I feel like she might be one of the next ones to go. But I think it was still a beautiful dance. I think hopefully maybe next week they really kind of like had like their breakout moment for sure. But I think it was still a beautiful dance.
I was so bored with this dance. I was so bored with this dance. And I literally forgot about this dance. When I was just sitting here watching, I was like, did I watch this dance? I know I watched it, but I don't remember it. I was so bored by this dance. It just didn't do it. And I don't, I need Jan to teach her how to be more graceful in her, like when he was flipping her around or she was doing those falls, she just looked like she was flopping down, just like, loop. And it just, I don't know. I don't know if it's his inexperience as a pro, if he's not teaching her how to, steady herself. And it just, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just wasn't getting it. And I wasn't entertained at all by this. Um, yeah, I wasn't there with it. So, scores.
I gave it a solid 8. It was a solid 8 to me. It was so fine. It was beautiful. It's 8.
I gave it a 7. It was all right. I wasn't entertained. I just wasn't. Uh, let's keep it moving to Danielle and Pasha doing one of my favorite dances, an Argentine tango.
I want to say this No Good Deed is actually one of my favorite songs. Just that whole scene and that part of No Good Deed. I will explain more, but I think go see part two for those who haven't watched it. 'Cause I watched the Bible show, so I know in that part of that song comes in. But I think just, if you go watch Wicked for Good coming out in November, this we get to that song, you're really gonna understand about how like there's like just a hard, difficult song in the parts of the show, and just you just do a dance to because it's so many tempos going in and out, and we just saw it. But I would say, despite that, what I love about Pasha, he always gives us the traditionals. Like he gets right into the content. Like he gives it like it's already like you know what they're doing. And despite the tempos going in and out, up and down, fast and slow, he was still like, let's still keep this tempo. And her legs are very beautiful. Her technique, her legs, her footwork. I was impressed. That's the strength in the lifts, the way she moved. That's my only complaint. I felt like she was I think, too focused. But it's not wrong being too focused around. But I just think she was kind of, I think, really too focused. That her face was kind of like very like just like a dull face, like blank, not really like emoting. Because even though it's like an Argentine tango, you still want to emote you still want to have that feeling of that's the feeling of like the fierceness and the edges of the Argentine tango with your burger as well. So my thing is I think she was kind of too focused on the face kind of really translate to the amount of power that she put into that dance. But for me, in my opinion, that's her best dance of the season so far. That was her best dance by far. So, but I think going forward now, I think now like she's really kind of in and out the just had the face performance wise and the technique. But I think she's did a very amazing job.
I think this is the most beautiful Danielle has looked this entire season. She looked gorgeous. She looked stunning. Her her body is amazing for her to be how old she is, and I'm like, yes, mama, eat that up. Um, I thought this was a great dance. I thought they looked good. I love a good Argentine tango, and I was excited for this. And this song, I thought this song was great for Argentine tango. It looked good, the setting was good, everything was good. My only problem was I thought Danielle's flicks and kicks were not sharp enough. Like they were too and I wanted to be like I wanted the flicks and the kicks to be so much tighter, so much sharper, so much stronger. Just flick, 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 flick instead of flick, flick, flick. It was I wanted, and it was not that. It just didn't give off that. That was only. I think she made it too pretty when I wanted to be a little bit more behind it. But it was good choreography. She looked good. Her legs looked amazing. I love that ending pose that they did. I think it was just such a good dance, but I just wanted to be a little bit stronger, but strong still. Of course.
It's an eight. She deserved an eight. Really amazing, a very good eight.
I agree with the judges. I would have gave her a 9 because I think she looked. It was her best dance. It was her best
Okay.
dance for sure. Jordan and Ezra.
Mm. So it was, we know it's rubber, y'all. It's an area, y'all. Okay. But apart from that, wow, what a way to really end the night. Wow, they really ended. I think to me, that's how you really end a beautiful night of dancing and looking night. That's just all. And think about, I was kind of nervous in Act Two, just that. But I would say, wow, that was beautifully done. The way she started off, and then he pushed her, and then when she started doing those turns by herself, it flowed. Everything flowed. The hip action was beautiful. Everything transition wise beautiful. What I love about Jordan, she like what Jordan does so well. She's she's very strong at really just showing just that expressiveness of her team. The way she moves her arms and her legs, it just gorgeous. And then I love that one part. I caught it. They did the holding space trim with the finger right there. Like it was, well, it was perfection to me. It was. I was like I was crying. It was just beautifully well done. Like to me, this is her best dance. I feel like what Ezra has been really doing these past couple weeks, really been really highlighting her in the best way, but still giving the true meaning of the dance. I think ever since week one, he has took those critiques and he has risen to the occasion every single week. And personally, after this dance for me, and then hoping next week for sure, if they continue to bring this level of dancing, I feel like low key Robert got someone to look out for. I know people think, oh, Robert is clearing the thing, but I think low key Jordan might be coming to take it from him, and I will manifest that too, because that's my team. So just I'm so proud of this partnership. It's just a good partnership. I love these two.
This is my favorite dance of the entire night. This was 100% hands down my favorite dance of the night. It was so beautiful, so moving. The song was perfect. The outfits were perfect. The ambiance was perfect. The choreography was perfect. These two people were perfect. It was so. When she did that spin down at the bottom and kicked it and went, I can't even. what she kicked and like she kicked and went down and came back up and it was I just I was amazed. I was floored. I thought it was I thought it was so good. I was like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean you spin, scoop down and spin, and then he pick you up and your leg is still up and he's
Oh
spinning?
wow.
Oh, it was so good. It was so good. And then he got her and spun her, and then she got into that little pose that she could keep her feet on the floor. Her feet were still on the floor, carrying it wasn't a lift. She spun her. This was so dang good. Everything about this dance was good. Jordan is that one who is y'all better look out for because she has the stamina to end this thing strong because her work ethic is going to get her in that finale and she is yeah we gonna see her in the finale and I can't wait if Ezra continues to do what he's doing and she continues to work as hard as she's working. Look out because baby they are good, they are so good, and I love this for Ezra to go from last season being the first one out to potentially getting for getting in the finale. Let me put that out there. From Ezra going from out first to getting in the finale and possibly winning this thing. Eat, 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 eat. This was so dang good, and I know there's probably no surprise in what our scores are gonna be for this. None whatsoever. But scores anyway.
I mean, it was a tad. I'm glad that she got like her and when it got the first chance of the season. I'm glad it was her that she was able to do that from 8 to 10, y'all. At least she got a 9 though, like she wanted, but she got from 8 to 10, y'all.
Derek, what were you
Ah,
thinking? Derek, what were you thinking?
dang, there, dang.
What was you ruined everything, Derek? What was the nine about? What was nine
But
and ten
we
about
will work
this?
that emoting for next week's though, because her next week's dance will really we'll fix it. We get that 10 for Derek for sure. But I'm
We
gonna
gonna
say
get it.
shout out for John Chu. John Chu, the actual director of the movie, said that was his best
Mhm.
dance of the night. That was his favorite
Yeah,
dance. He even told her, with straight up to her, said like, "Hey, you're my favorite dance of the night." So if the director is telling you that, the person who made the Wicked movies and production like that, baby, you did it. You
it
did it.
did. Great. And it was my favorite dance of the night too. So he has very good taste. But we did have to say goodbye to someone, and unfortunately, which I did not agree with this, but they sent Scott and Riley home, and I was so not happy about that. I was not happy
That
about
was
this.
wicked. 'Cause my God,
Wicked indeed.
I really thought it was gonna be a double elimination, but I mean, I'm glad it was single. But I would say it just unfortunate. But I would say, I really I feel like Scott should have still been there. But I feel like I low key feel I think if anyone went home, I think he would have been kind of next. I feel like Scott, I think is here. I would say coming after, I thought Scott's gonna kill it, and he did, but he did very good. I think I think is Scott had a lot of potential, but I think he
Mm-hmm.
still needed, I think, just that to be like wow and amazing. I think, and the thing is, at this point, he hasn't really kind of reached that level yet, unfortunately, and it just happened to be that he at the second bottom to Little to Andy, and is getting these votes like crazy, and you know what I mean. So unfortunately, he was the victim. But I really don't listen like Andy, y'all, Andy's tired, y'all. He want to go home, like please. And at this point, like it's at this point, I really like hopefully Anna goes home for sure, but because I feel like if he keeps on surviving, he's gonna be right with the people. Like I can't have Danielle or Elaine go before him. That will not make any sense. Like that no, he gotta go. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't care if it's his birthday, which is next Tuesday. He gotta go. I love him down, but I can't afford another person to be robbed. But I think Scott did very good. But I think they did very fine. I think Riley did a very good job. I think I will say I will wish there were some things that could have been better, but I think O'Reilly, I think she's learning, and eventually I think she'll take this season and really kind of improve next year. But I think I have enjoyed this partnership. Scott, good luck. You're going United to be on tour, and then you're going to be a father soon. So I'm very excited for your future endeavors, and it was an honor to see you on my screen. I love you, Scott. So and you did the queer community very proud. So I'm very proud of you.
It wasn't Scott's time to go. It was two
Yeah.
other people that could have went before them, and I
Mm.
am annoyed. But I am very sad to see Scott go. Hopefully, I will be seeing Scott on tour when he comes to Birmingham in November or December. So hopefully, we'll make that happen. But Scott, you did a great job on the show. It was amazing to have you here. So I'm going to bring it back, and Kamara's going to disappear again. But don't you worry, we'll be right back. Uh, but yep, that is all for it and it for all. What a wonderful night, an amazing night with Wicked. It was breathtaking. It had Broadway cinematic moments, and I enjoyed every second of it. But
Oh, my final
yeah,
words. Oh,
yeah,
I mean,
that's
sure. I
that's
mean, I would say, yeah, it was. I really enjoyed this night. I think my favorite night so far. I feel like everyone pretty much stepped it up. I'm so excited for next week. It's Halloween week, and I will be getting dressed up for you guys. I will get into Halloween spirit. We have the dance marathon being brought back, the Monsterthon being brought back. So I'm very excited for that. I'm very excited for these dances. And we have our very own Miss Cheryl Burke will be back in the ballroom to be the guest judge. I'm so excited. And another person will be going home. So please, guys, make sure you guys you are voting for your faves. Okay. It's pretty much, we got a battle guy. Okay. If you think your faves are safe, they are not. Okay. Scores can only do for so much. It's you guys at home, really. If you want your face to win, be the part. You got to be supported, support your fans no matter what. But I'm just so excited for next week, and I'm very excited.
I'm excited as well. And we are going to be back next week talking all about Halloween night and everything else. We truly, truly appreciate you joining us this day today. And continue to support, subscribe to this channel and all the channels. All the links will be in the description below, as well as our audio podcast links, our Patreon, all of our socials at the Cover Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. You can follow us, me and Kamorian, if you like. But definitely follow the pod for sure. And get your cup mug at lanagcreations.etsy.com. Scan that QR code or type that in, and it'll take you right where you need to go. We truly appreciate you, and we'll be back next week. So we're gonna go make more content though, because we still got most things to do. So we'll do that. You go watch another video, and we will see you all next time. Cheers, everybody.
Get up.
Bye.